Good morning, crafters. I'm glad to be back with you doing our library craft today. We're going to do a cat in the hat project. And I understand Mr. Cox has been reading some stories by Dr. Seuss. And we're going to do the cat in the hat. We have the book up here. And this will be our craft. You should have picked up at your library a bag that contains some parts to make our craft. And you have your paper plate, which is going to be your face, and the hat top. We've got some black paper to make whiskers and ears for our cat, and a piece to make your hat brim, and stripes, and a bow tie for your cat in the hat. Ah, there he is. We had one. Okay, let's begin with our hat. I think that would be a good place to start. First of all, you should have, hi Luciella. First of all, you should have a square of paper that we're going to make the brim for our hat. It's going to go there. So you're probably going to need a little help. Get somebody to give you some help cutting things out. And Scotty's here today. Good to see you, Scotty. Glad to know you're here. Okay. You're going to make a little rounded edges on your hat brim. And then we're going to get our glue stick out. Put it on. Right after I get my glue open. There we go. Stick it on there. Now, it's beginning to look a little more like a hat now, right? And Will made it, and Everly. All right, guys, I'm glad you're all here today. Okay, let's see. What should we do next? I think I'll make the stripes for my hat next. So we have a piece of paper. Everybody's getting to cut a lot today. Usually we cut everything out and have it ready, and we decided to let you have a little practice using your scissors. So my hat's going to have 3 stripes. So we're going to cut 3 pieces. And we have one left over, but that's okay. Remy, glad to see you're here today. Okay, so now we have our hat. Now we're going to try to make our stripes kind of about the same size as the hat, so it fits. So we'll just kind of cut some off and see if we can get them to fit on here. Here we go with 1 stripe. Okay, first stripe. Let's put some glue on. This glue is not very good. Okay, put our glue on, and there's stripe number 1. Then we're going to need another stripe, so we need to cut some of this off. Make it fit. He's too fat. You want a thinner stripe than that, my goodness. Okay. There we go. And now, if they don't fit just exactly right, it's no big deal. We can always trim it up a little bit. Make it fit on there better. So now, okay, now my hat has some stripes. Then, every cat in the hat should have ears. And to make our ears, we're just going to cut the corners off of our black piece of paper. Snip, snip. And we'll just put them on our hat. My glue stick is being very obstinate. It doesn't want to work right. It's all sticky. Okay, so here goes my ear, number 1. and stick it in my fingers instead of the paper. Okay, and ear number 2. Okay, so now we have our ears on our hat. And next, maybe we should start on our figuring out how we're going to do our face. So now we've got this, we need to have a bow tie down here and attach this craft stick, which is really difficult. To get it to stay on, I think the best thing to use is tape, because glue just really doesn't stick on that very well. And I have sticky tape. Okay. So, we're going to make it so this side is out. So we're going to put the craft stick behind it and glue it down, tape it down. There we have it. Now I'll be able to use it for my mask. Okay, so we've got that much done. Next, our cat needs to have some whiskers, and also I think he'd be kind of cute if he had a little black marking on his face. So I'm just going to take my crayon and do a few little things around so it looks like he has hair. Just a few little marks. And the nice thing about this is you can't really mess it up. We're just going to put it together and it'll be cute no matter what. Next we're going to have a bow tie, because what's a cat in the hat without a bow tie? Back to the sticky glue. Okay, now we've got a bow tie. And we need to make the knot in the tie, so we're going to use, I have a marker that I'm using. You can use a black crayon, a marker, it doesn't really matter. But we'll just mark it off. So now we have a bow tie. And then we still need whiskers, and that's why we have so much black paper, because we've got to cut out some whiskers. So we need some little thin strips. And then we can have nice cat whiskers. And we're almost done. Hopefully you have someone around that can maybe help you get these put together, because you want them to stay together so you can have fun wearing your mask. Okay, now let's see, if I put this whisker on like this, do you think that's too big? I think it's pretty big. We better cut it down. So we want to make it kind of the correct size to fit our cat. So we're just going to gather. I want 3 whiskers on each side. So I'm just going to take 3 of my little strips, snip them off, and start gluing them on. Whoops, there goes my tape. Okay, whisker number 1. And whisker number 2. And 3. We're almost there. Now we need to do the same thing on the other side, so our cat is evenly proportioned. Gotta have whiskers on both sides of his face. We don't have to do eyes for our cat because we're going to use your eyes. When you hold it up to your face, then you will be truly the cat in the hat. So now we got to put whiskers on the other side. We go with 1. 2. And I got stringy glue. This is crazy. 3. Okay, we're getting close. He now has whiskers. Woo-hoo. Now, we have to attach the actual hat on our cat. I need to snip a little piece of paper off there. Okay. Now, to do that, we're going to need lots of glue, I believe. Let's see. And our plate is kind of rounded, so that makes it a little more difficult to get it to stick on, but that's okay, we can do it. And if you have problems, ask for an adult to give you a little help. Okay, now it's on. So, now I have a cat in the hat. I hope everyone's cat in the hat craft turns out well, and that we have all kinds of cute little cat in the hat people around this week. Thanks for joining me.